Hi guys, it's me, Mikey BJD Boy, with a updates video, a long overdue updates video, but an updates video. Kind of let you know, hey, I'm here, I'm still here. Also to let you know what I've been up to. So I guess we'll start from the latest project on up. And this is Bat Boy, Bartholomew 2.0. I think he turned out pretty well. And he's a sculpt by our friend Tiffy BJD Crafts. I did go with a smaller eye with him. And the only thing I did acrylic on him was his teeth. And even then I yellowed them out because I wanted more of a kind of rotted appearance to him. And he has of course I have light coming in from yonder window, which kind of takes away, but she added these veins in and I blushed them out. And these wonderful ears, I blushed them to perfection. So, and he took over Ollie's body, which is a Resin Soul 60 centimeter body. It's the double jointed body. Also, too, he has the jointed hands, which you can't really see. I should probably shut that window, but I am so happy with him. He has such an interesting story even already. I guess there's many stories built upon Bat Boy and legend and lore, and he's supposedly like Roseanne Cash or June Carter Cash, her brother, which that's interesting. So if you Google search Bat Boy, boy, there's a lot of interesting facts. But he's going to be in my freak show. And he, I guess, had been chased a lot by the government because of the way he was and his abnormalities. So, but I'm basing him on the Isle of Dr. Moreau, which Dr. Moreau created hybrid halflings, half human, half bat, half cat, half this. Yeah, so very interesting. So he'll have a very, very interesting story when it's all said and done. So, yeah. I've been acquiring some lots on eBay. Also, too, I've been getting... Of course, Ronnie is falling completely to pieces today. But we have Ronnie here. And Ronnie, I was able to find the most perfect pair of boots for. So now, and these are Code Noir. So they're a little bit more, but, you know, really going with his aesthetic and what's going on. This glare is too much, especially on white and everything. His eyes are a little wonked out. I have to work on those. But, yeah, he's been coming along pretty well. I've brought a few, as I'm knocking people over, you know, how we consider them kind of people-like. I've been shopping Imagine that. I think we all do that. Shop our feelings. And I went to Ross stores and found this girl, which she is quite interesting. Now, let me take the glasses down. She's got that dead, like, stare. But with the glasses, to kind of break it up, not so bad. Not so bad. But I thought she was cute. I loved the body. I, of course, gave her new tennies. I picked these up in a lot. Cheap, cheap, cheap. Like, I think they were $1 a pair. Honestly, so. And she's in the outfit. She did have a hat on. I am going to rebraid her hair because, whoop, see, those glasses just fly off. I am going to rebraid her hair because it is pretty fly and all of that. So I'll rebraid her hair and do, oh, goodness, Mike, get him on her. Right, there we go. Maybe? Okay, let's just set him up here for now or something. Okay. But that's one of my new girls, Ross's. I don't know, I just happened into her. They didn't have but one of her, so I picked her up. And I believe she was only $12, $11.99 or something like that. So today, one of my purchases from eBay came in. And anytime I see 99 style, ooh, fuzz, 99 style clothes, I definitely pick them up because they're definitely very nice quality clothes that my crew can use. These are on the bigger side, so these will be for like my Imple doll Chad. And the seller included that, I don't know whether it's an eye patch or a face mask, or whether it could be both. So I got that in today. I also got the pink slip, but that was only a pair of glasses, which the last time I bought another pair before. And last time they left them. This time, no, not so much. Today, while I was out, I went to pay our Target bill, and I found the Made to Move Curvy, which I cut her hair because it was a terrible chopped mess. But the good part is, she's not all full of glue and stiff. But I love the chunkiness, the feel of this body. I love the flexibility and posability. She also came with this little boom box, which it's pretty cool. It's got a lot of detail to it. So, nothing on the back though, unfortunately. But I'm going to paint that to give it more detail too, because it is such a nice piece. But she's not, I don't think she's horrible. So, and her hair is much better. I just kind of clipped that up because it was a mess. It was really a mess. But I love the outfit. The shoes, meh. They're okay. I mean, they're not horrible. I would have liked to have seen more detail on them, but, you know, they really don't put a lot of detail into those type of things. So, and I also have the old Made to Move body, which when you look at them side to side, you know, dramatically thicker. She does have the you know, movement there in the, you know, waist, or in the, underneath the breast, I guess, right underneath here. Nice articulation in the neck and in the head. These, she can go about there. They do have a mobility joint right here, right there, which is nice. So yeah, overall a very nice body, and she was the only one, so of course I had to snag her. So yeah, but that kind of shows you. And this one, I'm mortified because I picked her up and I'm like, hard as heck. The hair is so disgustingly greasy. I have to use Goo Be Gone or something like that to remove that. A lot of times I'll use Dawn and Goo Be Gone with these type of dolls. So yeah, she's in a bad way. She needs a spa day. So yep. Also too, I got this boy. And he's the new version of the man bun. And of course he has the smile. But I thought about repainting him. He'd be awesome to repaint. It's actually a really nice sculpt. So, probably go ahead and do that. And then him, I just like him overall. I like the smile. I like the eyes. His brows. The way his hair is done. And he has the dad bod. You know, a little thicker. Which I love that. So, yeah. Because I like variety in my Barbie doll crew. Of course, I'm kind of downsizing on some of them, so it's got to be, I absolutely love it and have to have it. You know, because with BJDs, we, you know, have to do so much for them that, you know, you can't mix too much. But I am getting, I am getting a Toffee doll. And let me see if I can pull it up real quick. I'm so excited. Because I've seen photos all over Instagram of these. And come to find out, Josh got the same one. But I'm getting this one. So I'm very excited. So I'll do a box opening when she arrives. So she was the one that I loved. So, and I also have my 5-star doll. Should be showing up sometime soon. I don't know. It says processing right now, but I was under the assumption that the minute you put the layaway payment down, that they started processing. So that's been well over almost 2 months. So we'll see, fingers crossed. I know I'll get my 5-star doll Aiden sometime. You know, never know when. You know how that is. We all know how that is. So this girl I've showed you before. She's my Alana of Evalor Naomi. And I'm going to do a repaint on her to give her more character in her features. I didn't like the original paint of her. And also, too, I didn't like the fact that, you know, her details, like her necklace and stuff, weren't the same. So I'd like to, you know, make it more, yeah. So she's been sprayed, and I'm going to start her face up tonight. So that's exciting. Out shopping, I found these kids' tattoos that are Nitro Circus. That I was just like, oh my god, that is too cool. So, and there's a lot of different cool, I haven't opened it yet, but there's a lot of cool different designs, and I'm sure even I'll be surprised. So, but I loved a lot of the ones that showed, especially the squirrel. He's too cool. You know, reminds me of Rocky and Bullwinkle type of coolness. So, yeah, and I love that. So, yeah. And a couple dollars. God, where did I get this? I want to say Walmart had these. So, of course, Walmart or Family Dollar, because also, too, we went to Family Dollar, and for $2, I found this one, which has Doll Graveyard, Dangerous Worry Dolls, When Puppets and Dolls Attack, Demonic Toys 2, and Sideshow. So a lot of doll-related movies, you know, kind of scary dolls. So I thought that was cool. And $2. And Leroy actually spotted that. So I was like, he's like, hey, you'd probably dig this. And I'm like, hey, you're probably right. And you probably know me. So that was really funny. And this last week, of course, we were really super busy. We had a lot of family in town and everything. So we went to museums and putzed off and did a little shopping and things like such. So we went to the Historic Trail Center, and I found this little working well thing. It's a pencil sharpener. Those old-fashioned ones that come in a box. But I thought, how cool is that? So I picked that up. And then we went to the Tate Geological Museum, which is all about rocks and dinosaurs and how things happen throughout history, geologically, and that's located on the college campus here in Casper. And it's backwards, but there's amethyst in a little jar. Of course, I need to clean off the labels and stuff. And then this is aventurine in a little jar, little nuggets. So I thought it would be cool for my BJDs because they're all Wiccan related and witches and stuff. So yeah, so those will go up on the shelf. Ooh, pardon me. We went shopping, of course, I mentioned that. Me, not shop. And went to Claire's, and they had these little rings, and they make the most wonderful bracelets, like a tennis bracelet for a MSD size. And they're stretchy. And right now they're having buy 3, get 3 free. So I bought 6. So, and they look good when you put them together and like pair them. So you put 2 together. Maybe even different colors. That's what I suggest. Give it a pop of something. So there's like black and blue. And I want to say they were like $3 $2.99, $3.99 a piece. So, but it was buy 3 get 3 free. So I bought 3 and I got 3 free. So yeah, those were cool. Oh yeah, also at the Trail Center, I got a little horseshoe, and it is perfect scale. So I was like, wow, okay, I'll take some of that. I made this little one. This is a yarn wig. And I used a loose knit yarn on him. And what I did on this side was I went ahead and I did the wispies around the edge. So I did the shoulder pieces. Then I flocked. So I took Mod Podge in through here and then cut bits of the yarn, tiny, 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 and went ahead and packed it in there and let it dry. But it kind of gives that asymmetrical look like I wanted, and wavy. Of course, I still need to do a little adjustment on it, but for the most part, I got it where I wanted it. And for the first time, Mo has his own hair. So yeah, that was really cool. So felt accomplished with that. Tiffy BJD Crafts sent me this wonderful amulet, and I went ahead and I painted it. It kind of has a time piece behind the rose, and it's bronzed. I think it turned out really cool. So it'll make some sort of a prop for them. Yesterday, I went thrifting, and of course I didn't find like a lot. For some reason our thrift stores are they don't have stuff right now, so I get it, guys. But I did find this cute little dress for her with patches, and it fits her really well. So she's a happy girl. Found that for her. And then I found this young'un, this Bratz boy shirt, which is awesome. And this jacket was on these knockoff colonial characters. But it's so cool, and it suits him so well. So he ended up snagging onto that. Trying to think, it's been a long, hot minute. And there's so much I've been up to in a long, hot, 3-4 weeks. Shoot. There's a lot happening. Okay. So here, let me see if I can, is the beginnings of my caterpillar dude. Of course, I have major adjustments. I'm in the very roughest of stages with it. But I have it all hollowed out. I have that began. The features I began with. And then I'm going to add the features. Paper clay is different. It's more about carving. And I guess I wasn't used to that as much. But getting adjusted to it, it's not bad. And it's pretty durable. I've dropped this stuff. And I was afraid, like, oh God, I just broke, like, because even getting it to this stage is hours, hours upon hours upon hours upon hours of work, and chiseling and sanding and, you know, letting it dry and all of that. It just takes a lot of time. And then, of course, oh, pardon me, you have to fix the inconsistencies, because I certainly wouldn't buy that if I were someone to purchase it. And I don't know whether this is something that I'll have cast or I'm just doing for my own personal enjoyment, or I'll give out as a gift when it's all said and done, or do a giveaway or something of said nature. I'm not 100% sure. It depends on how the process goes and what exactly happens with it. Yeah, I really, with the white, it's pretty blurry, though you're not going to get much detail. But he has a strong nose, and I've started his lips, he has his chin, strong brow ridge. And now I'm working on the eyelids and getting those kind of where I want them to be. I'm going to have to add. So I'll probably, I think I'll do, like, prime it, sand it a little bit more, and then do milliput to get what I want. So let me know if that's the better way to go. Like Tiffy or any of you guys that do a lot of this and add more detail, let me know. So, what else, guys? Oh, this little guy I found at Kmart, which that's another sad story, you know, Kmart closing across the country. But I did find this little guy, and it's real fur. So he's really fuzzy and pretty. I don't know what company makes them, but they make them really well. And, you know, as far as scale with the BJDs, I mean, look at that. How cute. That's a very cute scale. So, yeah, he's been hanging out on Lucas's lap for ever now. So, we'll put him back on there. There we go. Ooh, almost fell my ass off the chair. Ooh, that would have been hoe down. Let's see here. You know how to grab stuff. I have done a little more with Robotica. J9, actually. Libby so graciously gifted me this beautiful girl. So I wanted it to be kind of like Data's positronic matrix. And so I did a glitter. So when it catches light, it's like it's functioning. I also did that in that little triangle, which when it catches the light, it's awesome. I went ahead and I painted her breasts, the bronze. I'm still going to paint it some more. I painted those in the gold bronze color and gave her a gear on either side. Kind of a little edge of steampunkishness. But yeah, I don't think you guys have seen J9 for a long time. But she's a really neat gal. So, yeah. And she sits right behind me over here. so you could see the whole gang. They were over on the other side of the wall, and so I moved things over here, and you could see, like, I have my collection of Nendoroids, which they're procreating too. I'm up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Nendoroids. Tad is up here. So I just shifted things a little bit in here. Yeah, and it's been kind of nice. I am putting a lot of Barbie and stuff in storage, not my vintage. I won't do that. Like my 70s, 80s, even some of the 90s. Definitely not my 59s, my 60s, any of those. They stay out. So, they're constant. I do have another Blythe coming that I will be customizing. Because I looked at little Miss Red over here, who, she had the greasiest hair I have ever encountered in my whole entire life of doll collecting. You know, at first, I thought, it's okay, but it's almost as if with each passing day it got greasier. I washed it twice in Dawn and Goo Gone till I got that feeling out of the hair. It was some sort of treatment they put in at the company, and I don't know, but I hated it. And it just made it so weighted and so stringy and greasy and disgusting. I was like, ew. I've worked at the mall. Let me tell you. Stringy, disgusting hair happens into those shops in the mall. And that reminded me of some of the worst case scenarios, to where you're like, the shampoo's on me today. Thank you. Have a nice day. They tip you too. Because they're like, damn, you gave a good shampoo. My scalp feels good. Mm-hmm. Yep, you should do that more at home. A lot. You know, when your hair is greasy like that, I can't with it, because it smells too. So. But back to dollies, because greasy hair is, ugh. You know, just gross. So, I wiped my size Barbie. I picked her up, oh gosh, almost 2 years now. Picked her up off our Casper Upcycle, and they only wanted $20 for her, so I was like, yes. And she was the, I would say, early 90s version of the Barbie. So I did wipe her face, though. I did try to modify it at first, and I didn't love that. And of course, my skill level wasn't that of which it is today, because I've learned what works for what, you know, when you're doing a face-up, as far as, okay, I want this effect. What product would you use? Da-da-da-da-da. You know, I want this effect. What product would you use? Da-da-da. You know, so a lot of times I've been using the pastels. With Bat Boy, I use primarily pastels and only acrylic on his teeth. With her, I'm not 100% sure. We'll see how that goes. But I've also, too, been going into the kids section. So if you have a My Size Barbie, the kids section is your friend. So, like, this, I want to say, is, what size are you, lovely? I want to say 1T. 1T. And this is actually a dress underneath, too. And it's 1T. So, and it was in the holiday dresses, and I picked that up for $7. Which, even in the BJD world, that doesn't usually happen. And these came, so I use them as underpants because, you know, that's kind of nice. But they came with this top. And so this was the new spring line. And what I liked about it is it doesn't look babyish. It looks more adult. So that's why I got that for her. Also, they wear size 3 shoes. So I got her size 3 jellies. And these jellies are amazing. I got these for $1. And they're very nice quality. And you know they'll last because Barbie's feet don't sweat. So, and they fit really nicely. And they look really decent as well. But a size 3 on these. So I'm learning sizing for the My Size Barbie so that she has outfits. And of course I'm going to redo her hair too. I did cut it. It was a ratty, yucky, disgusting, fried mess. I mean, the ends were just fried to death. And so Walmart, which the dress I got at Kmart for $7, and the top and the underpants I got at Walmart for $6.98. They come as a set. Then I found her this beautiful denim coat, which she's fun to dress too. Of course, I'm going to have to undress her to do all the modifications and work that I need to do with her. So, but she's going to be cool once she's all said and done. Very pretty girl. She looked more kind of cartoonish, I guess, before, where now she's not going to look as cartoonish. Alright. So there, we've got the My Size Barbie denim coat. And it suits her good. And at the same time, and this is 12 months, I got this coat, which it kind of has a glittery pattern to it. I bet you it probably work good for the bigger size BJDs too. So, but 12 months. And see, that's what I like about it. It doesn't look like babyish. It looks like adult clothing in a smaller scale. And so that's what I was going for with her. A little more adult. Because she's a woman. She's Barbie. So, and she'll still remain Barbie, just prettier. Yeah. And different, so I'm excited to unveil her when I get her all done. She's going to get a new manicure, too. Because now I have a better way of doing it. Isn't that the story of us? You know, of all of us, actually, is we get better with time, with experience, and like I've learned so much, like doing hers and doing all of these guys' face-ups and everything, and what works and what doesn't. I've used multiple sealants. I've had a lot of people question me about, this is a new one I've been using, speaking of. It's the Army Painter, and it's the Anti-Shine. And it is like 4 times the can. So it's more like Purity Seal, I would take it. But see, here's the cool thing. This is for gamers' figures. And their figures are every bit, if not more so, fragile than our resin. And resin is a form of plastic. Even certain YouTubers have brought that up, that it is another form of plastic. So, with that being said, this is safe for all your plastics, even your vinyl dolls. I've used this, like I used this today to seal her, and it gave her a nice tooth, so I can actually go in and start working. So I really like the tooth of it, but it's not too toothy to where it's grainy. One that I did try, pardon me, as they all come tumbling down, was the Armory. I love the can. The Armory Clear Matte Sealant. Now this, I liked how matte it was, but I didn't like the fact that it was like, it almost gave you the feel of a popcorn sealing on your doll. So really and truly, I used very little of this. It was more of a trial. I would use it on something else, maybe, but I wouldn't use it on my doll. So this was another one I tried. Now, I will say, and this isn't... Okay, usually I use the Rust-Oleum Clear Matte Enamel, not the 2x coverage. Did not love this because it was almost too much all at once. But the regular Rust-Oleum Clear Matte Enamel, just the regular one, it's amazing. If you have scratch marks in your doll, it'll fill them. It's an enamel, so it will fill in the scratches. That was how I got rid of the scratches on my Miro doll Mika, because sanding, you know, on that dark chocolate skin, it tends to ash it out. Well, this, it's not as matte, but it will fill in those surface scratches and all of that. So if that's something you need, then Rust-Oleum right up your alley. And I will say you can use this over the top and it does bond. But you do want to allow the proper amount of time, whatever it says. And of course, with this, it has the instructions in English. Apply 2 to 3 very thin coats at 30 centimeters distance. Make sure each coat is dry thoroughly before applying the next. Do not spray in high temperatures or humidity. That's why I say this is just... It even has danger, you guys. Okay, danger in any language. Mr. Super Clear has danger on it. This ain't as volatile to me. You know, like noxious volatile, like Mr. Super Clear, but $10.99 is what I'm paying for a can. Here in town, locally sourced, 400 milliliters, where I think, I looked it up, and it was like 64 in Mr. 68, something like that, in Mr. Super Clear. So, and of course more cost. So you have like 3 to 4 times the product, and if you have a gaming store, they generally carry this, or they might be able to order this. Now, they run out, so they special ordered me 2 cans, so I'm good to go for long hot minute. So I can do my Blythes and all of that, because this works on any plastic. Resin, PVC, ABS, any of that shit. So, yeah. I am a true believer. And actually, if you look at him, his face was done and sealed with it. So if you like that, like the finish. Now, I didn't seal his head cap because he'll be wearing a cap or something most of the time. But yeah, I mean, it's a very nice matte finish. The only places that have gloss are the places I added gloss to. So, yeah. So in that, you know, it's, to me, it's a really good product. It's a really good value. And with the expense of these dolls, I understand everybody's like, oh my God, I can only use this and all of that. But it's okay to experiment. Thankfully, I've bought more of the low spectrum. Now I'm working my way kind of through as far as costs. So, you know, really, it would bum me out. But, and also, too, most of them are replaceable. Except for, well, Killian, I've seen him a time or two, his head sculpt out there, and he was an event head. But otherwise, yeah, all the others can be replaced, so if something were to happen like that. But I'm pretty cautious, and I'm pretty aware. Now, I will say, on vinyl, like the vinyl dolls, their vinyl skin, the Army Painter works very well. It cures well. I've had to where it's cured to where I've used other sealants and they've cured gummy to where they're sticky and any dust or anything sticks right to it. I was able to matte it down over that, you know, by taking another sealant over it. But yeah, it was a learning curve, and that was on a Barbie, so yeah. But other than that, guys, I'm alive and well, and we're at 48 minutes of me rambling and telling you a few tales and all of that, so I will talk at you soon. I love you all. I'm looking forward to doing some tag videos, so stay tuned. Bye all. Love you.